Foul brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
On the ready.
43's the mic. You don't want to pick up the ball.
Yeah. Five.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Smith here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, pass there, complete to Westbrook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Look at me, zipper.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Yep. Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. He's checking crap.
Now a give, right side. It's Ford. He takes this for 3 to the 29. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Slam, slam, slam. 66, pull it, pass. 26. Check 26.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, 43.
They'll look to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incomplete. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
These two teams all tied after one. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. King. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And out across midfield down to the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating for the gun. King. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. King. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now King From the gun, he'll throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready? Mark, boys, 56. Check, 56. I'm coming after you. Hot seven, hot seven. Hey, alert 3, alert 6. Come on. Next box. Right.
Here's King on first and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. King. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Set, ready. 6 out low. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. It's free.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Now to work. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. You ain't going nowhere.
Fournette, a first down carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
one thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half. When you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Looking to throw. King. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. The open man is Smith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26.
First down, Jacksonville.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. King on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Right here.
Back to throw. King. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going up top. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the default. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Double time, double time. 4 down, check. 4 down. 41 Mike, 41 Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 41, we got a wedge down.
Topper!
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Go.
Check.
Hey, orbit. Hit it.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because
it's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10. Touchdown, L.A. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They try again with Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3, three down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
First down, a run with Cohen. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Man, I got you.
2nd and 1. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Second down and inches. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
Draw play, Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Ford, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, LA! A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Come on, set.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
56 right there, 56. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
King now throwing on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
To throw is King. Operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check 99.
Looking to throw. King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now King. From the gun, he'll throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up.
To make.
Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
General
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Cohen. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's going to set them back 5 yards.